Now we're going to look at what is a case of asymmetric information. Now asymmetric information is a type of imperfect information, but usually when we look at asymmetric information, there are two types of asymmetric information that we look at. We look at adverse selection and we look at moral hazard. Let's start first with looking at adverse selection. Now in the case of adverse selection, we always look at the market for cars, and specifically what we want to talk about is lemon cars. In the case of asymmetric information, it is because one party in the transaction has more information than another party in the same transaction. In the market for cars, the party that has more information would of course be the car seller. As the car seller, you know the car that you're selling, whether is it a good car or a bad car. But the car buyer would not know. And of course the market that we're talking about right now is the second-hand market. As a car seller, if you own a good car, we call it a peach, you'll be wanting to sell the car at a higher price. If you are a car seller that is selling a lemon, a car with multiple defects, you'll be willing to let go of your car at a lower price. So the thing is that while you have these expectations of how much you will be paid, in the second-hand car market, when a buyer goes to buy a car, the buyer has actually very little time to actually understand about the car. So whatever information you give, the buyer has to accept. So in other words, as a car buyer, you're also not going to be stupid when you're walking into the second-hand car market to buy a car. What you will do is that if a good car is worth $70,000 and a bad car is worth $50,000, and you know that your probability of getting a good car or a bad car is 50%, you will want to pay an expected, or rather an average value for a car that you're going to get. So instead of paying $50,000 or $70,000, you'll pay the middle value, $60,000. You'll be willing to pay $60,000 for the car. Now, the problem with paying $60,000 or the expected value for the car is that the good car seller who wants $70,000 for his car or her car will say, no, I'm not going to sell my car at a lower price because my car is a good car. So the good car seller will exit the market. So this leaves the second-hand car market with a very, very large proportion of what we consider to be lemon cars. And so there is actually adverse selection in the market for second-hand cars. So eventually market fails because only lemon cars are left in the market, and car buyers will also eventually exit the market knowing that they can't get good cars at a good price.